Science of Yoga, Volume 7 from Sri Swami Shivananda. Vegetables. A vegetarian diet is extremely suitable for a man from the point of view of health. In the West, many have taken to it. A vegetarian diet sharpens the intellect and makes a man healthier and wiser. Green vegetables contains a large quantity of water, a little starch, and a very small amount of proteins and fat. They contains a relatively large amount of mineral salt, cellulose, and other vitamins. Cellulose is a form of carbohydrate and is extremely insoluble. It retains water, helps to form refuges, and eliminates water products. It helps the free movement of the bowel and thus prevents constipation. The quality of stool is greater in vegetarians on account of the large amount of roughage present in the fruit and vegetables they consume. Cellulose is quite necessary to give bulk and character to the stool. It is the undigested carbohydrate remaining in the vegetables, fruits, and cereals. If you live on a diet of milk alone, it will produce constipation because there is no residue left after digestion. Everything is absorbed into the system. Those who suffer from constipation should take vegetables and fruits in abundance. They leave on undigested residue, which help to eliminate the waste products of the body. The fibers or cellulose stimulate the peristaltic movement of the bowels and thus help the digestion and absorption of other foodstuffs. Vegetables may be divided in three classes: with seed or fruit vegetables, greens, roots, or tubes. Mother Nature has demonstrated her marvelous skill and power in cultivating this wonderful eatable for her children in her divine cosmic garden. How extremely kind and merciful she is! She has compounded and blended beautifully all the essentials of life in various kinds of fruits and vegetables to give proper strength, vitality, vigorous, and energy to her children. Vegetables like fruit are a valuable source of vitamin C. Broad beans, fresh peas, apricots, and butter beans, dried peas, and lentils contain 4 to 8% proteins. Fresh tomatoes, cucumbers, and various kinds of gourd contains a fair amount of vitamin C. The pumpkins is not nutrients, but it supplies roughage, which helps in the evacuation of the bowels and prevent constipation. The tomato is high in blood-forming and blood-purifying vegetable. Beans, peas, lettuce, spinach, and cabbage are body-building and repairing foods. Leafy vegetables are a blessing to humanity. They are substitute for milk. They are a very basis of life. They help the growth and development of the body. They are protective food. Alkaline minerals are abundant in leafy vegetables. Hence, they afford effective, resistant against infections. They give body protection to they give good protection to the body against invading infections and pathogenic or disease causing germs. If you add a liberal supply of leafy vegetables to pulses, it becomes a perfect diet. The deficiency in the pulses is made good by the leafy vegetables. The vitamins of the leafy vegetables aid the digestion and perfect assimilation of the proteins of the pulses. The leafy vegetables, like spinach, containing all the mineral elements, uh, these seven or these serve as a substitute for milk to the poor. They stimulate the secretion of bile and therefore assist digestion. Vegetable supply much refuges for the proper function of the organs of the evacuation. The leaves of green vegetables are the lungs and livers of the planet. They are storehouses of vitamins and mineral salts. Leafy vegetables should find a place in the diet of all. The Chinese use a large quantity of leafy vegetables, so ricket, a vitamin deficiency sickness, is unknown to them. Green vegetables are most beneficial when eaten raw. Lemon juice may be added. Leafy vegetables are very rich in organic salts. They are rich sources of vitamin A, B, and C. They afford nutrition. Furthermore, they have much medical value also. They are useful in balancing the acid generating sugars, fats, proteins, and starches. They prevent the blood from becoming acidic and balance the acidic production tendency of meat and cereals. Some vegetables are eaten raw, uh, others require to be cooked slightly, or in combination with other food materials. The cabbage is the most valuable of all leaf vegetables. Spinach, the top of radish, and the beetroots, watercress, and other leafy vegetables are valuable supplement to the diet. They add nutrition to the cereal diet. They raise the nutritive level of the diet, which is formed of cereals. Potatoes are the most important among roots or tubers. They supply an excellent form of starch. They contain iron and vitamin C also. They retain a high percentage of vitamin C even after cooking. Carrots are blood forming vegetables. Garlic and onions are blood purifying tubers. Fruits. Fruits are nature's easy made delicates prepared in the heat of the sun. You can live on fruits alone. Fresh fruits, especially oranges, lemon, grapefruit, and black currants, are very rich in vitamin C. Fruits are regarded as vital foods and valuable appetizers. From a nutritional standpoint, they are valuable chiefly an amount of their content of vitamins and mineral salts. They have come to learn that there is a danger in the free use of concentrated food. As diluted fruits are extendedly wholesome. Not only do they impart strength, but they also preserve health in the most natural manner. The fruit can keep up perfect health and strength is unbounded. With care in the selection of sugar and sufficient succulent fruits according to season, there should be no difficulty in achieving a well-balanced fruit diet. It is also to talk to economy and to estimate the amount of actual nutriments in various foods, but at the same time, it is far more important to ascertain the quality and the effects which they produce when taken into and absorbed by the system. For blood is life, for blood feeds on the food we eat. The body is maintained by blood, so the food we eat becomes part of our body. A fruit diet enables us to check the encroachment of the death, which becomes through ossification of the tissues of the body and bones. Fruit juices remove the earthy matter from the tissue, and in this way tend to prolong life. From very standpoint, fruits as an article of diet is invaluable. Despite the influence of civilization, men even now reminds what he has at the beginning, a field animal, and if he wishes to enjoy life under the most favorable conditions, he must return to nature and improves his diet. Pure fruit alone can meet the demands of the human system, can calm passions, stimulate the intellect, and control the feverish activity of arterial pulsation, which are engaged by inflammatory food and drinks, and which would otherwise wear out this wonderful human machine long before its natural time. Physically and intellectually, the future generation can best be perfected by learning to appreciate and enjoy the health-giving and purifying influences that exist in fruits and fruits alone. Fruit have an advantage over all other foods in that they furnish to the system is completely digested from and ready for immediate assimilation. Such materials as are needed to reinforce muscular energy. These needs no proof. How refreshing is a drink of fresh fruit juice to one who is tired. Most juice fruit furnishes water and a small amount of digested food substance in a form of sugar, which is taken immediately into the blood. When carried to the muscles, it replenishes the store of energy that has been produced by activity, thus bringing refreshment, vigorous strength, and reinforcement. Fruit also aid the digestion of other foods by promoting the formation of gastric juice, particularly the production of pepsin, Another advantage of fruit is the fact that acid contained in them destroy nearly all germs. Germs that are likely to produce acute disease are quickly killed by coming into the contact with a diluted solution of citric and malic acid. Lemon or sour apples juice destroys germs almost instantly. The juice of a lemon added to a glass of water may be relied upon to render the water sterile, while within half an hour, even though the water might have contained the germs and uh, or cholera. The antiseptic properties of fruit render them exceedingly valuable as a mean of cleansing the stomach and the alimentary canal. The germs which go into the stomach are killed quickly in the presence of pure fruit juice. This explains the beneficial effects of the grape cure, the apple cure, the peach cure, the various other fruits cures which have been practiced for many years in Switzerland and in other countries of Europe and elsewhere. Fruit have for a number of years been used as an exclusive diet in the treatment of biliousness, obesity, and various forms of digestion. In obesity or corpulence, an exclusive fruit diet for 3 or 4 days causes a rapid loss of fat without any feelings of discomfort. For this, acid fruit are preferable. In fevers, fruit in the form of fruit juices or fruit soups are most beneficial and certainly the most appropriate of all foods. It is almost universally recognized that beef tea and meat preparation of all sorts should be wholly withheld in cases of fever, as the patient is already suffering from an accumulation of waste matter. In addition, the addition of even the smallest amount of beef tea or a small piece of meat may be sufficient to favor the disease and lessen the patient's chances of recovery. Lessens the patient's chance of recovery. Persons suffering from acid dysplasia must avoid some fruits. Their stomach are abnormally sensitive to acid. Organic acids are more irritating to such stomachs. Such persons may eat sweet prunes, a pear, a baked banana, stewed raisins, and sometimes well ripe peaches. Persons suffering from diabetes should avoid sweet fruit. Invalids with weak digestion should forego fruits with a few exceptions. Stone fruits are the least digestible, but ripe peach may be allowed sometime. Apple should be excluded from the invalid's diet. Small seed fruits like strawberries and raspberries in particular are among the wholesome. Oranges are permissible in some cases, but the white inner skin must be carefully removed, and Better still, the pulp should be removed before swallowing the juice. If you leave on fruit alone, the proper combination of proteins, fat, and carbohydrate will have to be obtained from the bulk eaten. Fruit are poor in fats, but olives and avocado contain fat. They contain a fair amount of proteins and carbohydrates. Bananas and figs supply energy as they have much sugar. Fruit are the two kinds, flavor fruits and food fruits. Dried foods like raisin, dates, and dried banana are food fruits. Oranges are both flavor and food fruits. They are rich in calcium and vitamin A, B, and C. Raisin and grapes fall under the tartaric acid group, and apple and plums under the malic acid group. The aroma of fruits is due to the aromatic compound formed by a combination of the organic acid with the sugar. Oranges and apricots contain provitamins A, carotene. Fruit supply fruit sugar, mineral salt, and residue or roughage. Dried foods such as prunes, apricot, peaches, pears, raisins, and currant contain no vitamin C. The vitamins are destroyed during the process of drying. However, they provide roughage and mineral salt, particularly iron. During ripening, the starch in the unripe fruit is converted into glucose, which is readily absorbed by the body. Although fruit pulp is acid in taste, it is oxidized as an alkaline matter in the body on account of the formation of carbonates and acid salts. Fruits are aids in keeping up an acid-base equilibrium in the system. Fruit that are overripe lose both food value and flavor. Jams do not contain any vitamin C, but they supply energy. Many kinds of jams, particularly black currant, gooseberry, and raspberry jam, are very beneficial in constipation. The glucose and fructose of the jam are readily absorbed by the body. Citrus fruit, figs, and pineapples contain a fair quantity of calcium. Prune and dates, berry and grapes are a good source of iron. Citrus food and fruits are the best source of vitamin C. Fruit juice nourishes the body with mineral salt and vitamins and reduces acidosis, which naturally increases during attacks of most disease. If fruit fall on the ground at the time of plucking, they get contaminated with an excreta of worms. Very often, worms enter the stomach in this way. Fruit must be roughly washed before used. Do not take tinned fruit because they contain poisons. Tinned fruit because they contain poisons, chemicals, preservation. Fruit gets spoiled in the process of cooking. Many of the vitamins are destroyed. He who dwells in the juice of fruit, whom the juice does not know, who rules the juice from within, is your own Atman.